Howdy boys, it's FEC and today we're going to be customizing the Grotti Furia, which is based on the Ferrari SF90 Stradale. I think it's got some hints of the F8 in it as well, but this is an absolutely gorgeous car and I'm really excited to see what we can do in the customization. Before we get started with our customization, I do want to let you guys know that there will be a customization battle of the Grotti Furia coming out very soon, and I went with a sleeker build on that one. So for this one, I think I kind of want to spice things up and make it a little more race-like, a little more aggressive. So that's what we're going to be going for. So first up, we've got our armor. We're going to max that out. Brakes, we're going to max that out as well. For bumpers, we've got the customs, but I'm liking how it gets more aggressive on the front here, how it kind of sticks out. Those two prongs look really nice to me, and these fins are very nicely shaped as well. I'm thinking we go with the secondary super splitter for this one. Maybe see if we can accent this along the outside of the vehicle. For a rear bumper, I think I'm liking the secondary focus diffuser that gives us the highlighted pattern that we found on the splitter. For the canards, I do think I want to add some canards in the secondary color. I think the 2 looks a little bit better than the 1 because the 1 is like, they're very slanted. Like the angle for the 2 canards is not as steep. I just think it looks better. For engine, we are going to accent that with the primary color. And then for engine upgrades, we'll max that out as well. For the exhaust, we've got the titanium. We've got aluminum tipped, which is pretty cool in my opinion. We've got exhaust that can come out the top. I think those are kind of ugly, to be honest, except for that one. I think this one is actually pretty cool looking. Maybe we try this one out, since for, I don't know, it just doesn't look right. I kind of wanted to try it out because on another Furia build, I've done these exhausts in the back and I don't know, man. No, I just think it looks too odd being placed on the top with the active spoiler and everything. It's just gonna be like really weird. I think we're gonna go with the titanium tipped exhaust. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards for this one. We can make that carbon, add a ridgeline, add some vents. Don't really see the point of having like a double vent. Doesn't make much sense to me. I like the ridgeline head. It's just nice and sleek. For lights, we're gonna go with the xenons. And then for our livery, this is definitely going to be the highlight of the build. I'm thinking we could go with some sort of black and white build. Oh, that's kind of sick. It's either got to be the Stronza Racer or the dark two-tone. I feel like the two-tone is just... I don't think they did a great job on this two-tone, to be honest. I feel like if it was just on certain pieces of the vehicle, it would look a little nicer. The way it wraps around is kind of, just feels very tight. Let's go with the Stronza Racer. I think we can do something cool with that. For our mirrors, I think our mirrors are gonna stay black. I think the carbon matches up nicely with other accents on the vehicle. I don't want that to look too out of place or anything. For plate, we're gonna go with yellow and black, and then onto the respray. It looks crazy good in red, actually. A red and black build would look so good. I am definitely not opposed to doing that. The Visitor Pink actually doesn't look too bad as well. We could go with an orange. Ooh. Dude, this car looks good in every color. This is a struggle. You know, I'm kind of thinking I wanted to try like a monochrome sort of build, but at the same time, the cream is looking really good to me, and the red is looking immaculate as well. This one's almost zebra-like. I'm struggling here, y'all. Let's try the cream. I'm kind of curious to see what we can do with this. For a secondary color, that's going to change the roof, that kind of like back panel highlighting, and the front splitter. So of course, cream is an option. I think it looks good in white, like being bordered in white. We could also border it in like a darker brown or something. Ooh, putting brown on a Ferrari. This is some delicate work right here. We need to change the roof to carbon. I think it's kind of like throwing me off because it's so overbearing. Primary color roof, or we carbon that. I think it looks better in the primary color. I like the color separation. All right, now back to the secondary color. You know what? We're gonna throw in the skirts as well. Yeah, we're gonna add the one with fins, the secondary one to match the rest of the highlight options that we picked. And I actually really like the fins in this vehicle. I normally not a big fan, but I think on here they look extremely good. They're just worked into the build better, and like they don't have crazy shapes or anything. We could match the primary color with the cream, but I almost feel like it looks better in white. Gives it like a nice, yeah, I just like how bright it is. That looks good. Then for the trim color, I think we just match the primary on that. No, actually, we're gonna go with an ice white because it's nice and bright on the stitching. It's almost got like a Tron look to it, you know? It's got like all these bright highlights with dark colors. It looks really good. Okay, and now I do want to compare it to, oof, that pink. Such a good color. But I do want to compare it to the reds. What was getting me? That's what I was curious about. That Grace Red, I think, would not look bad if we changed the pearlescent. Grace Red is such a like deep red, and I don't think it looks great on top of the gray. The cream one looks far better. It definitely darkens it. I think we leave the vehicle cream. I'm confident with that decision. We're gonna drop that down to street suspension, trans, max that out, turbo, tuned, and onto our wheels. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is change the rims to black, and then I'm gonna go browse the other rims that we have so that they show up in black. So many rims have the brake caliper clipping into them. That's so weird. If I could throw on the Forged Star rims, I think that's probably what I would go with. Oh my god, they just look so good. But my rep is only like level 20, so I'll have to find something else. So I was playing around with the rims, and I liked how the carbon solars looked, and I was planning on changing the highlight to, oh, I guess a frost white would look really good. I was planning on going with cream, but frost white actually works perfectly, matches the rest of our bright highlights around the vehicle. That looks so good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That looks so fucking good. Tires, we are gonna bulletproof those. Tire design, we could add and it wouldn't look too odd, but I'm just not a big fan. They just don't look good. And tire smoke, we are gonna leave. And then since this one is a race car, we are not gonna tint the windows. Oh, but high key, that looks so good. It's like the perfect shade. Okay, it looks so good on the vehicle. I think I'm gonna go with the light smoke. Sorry. And lastly, we could add a neon to increase handling, but I think we're gonna skip out on that one. And that's it. That's the build. Oh my god, it looks so good. Here's the sound test. The sound isn't like super unique. It's given to pretty much every Grotti vehicle. It's like the Ferrari sound, but it sounds amazing. Don't get me wrong. I love this sound. I think it's really suiting with the vehicle. Makes it feel very like high end. It's like a very luxurious sound. Speaking of luxurious characteristics, this vehicle has really nice handling. It just feels it feels amazing to drive actually. It's so responsive. It like, you know, turns well in the corners. It doesn't oversteer or understeer. Oh, this is such a cool vehicle. I'm surprised more people don't drive the Furia. It feels amazing. Like, this is going up in the tiers for sure. Like, you know, it's close to XA21 level. You guys aren't aware. That is my favorite car in GTA Online. That one feels super good. This one feels a little more, I don't know if wobbly is the right word. Like, you can definitely get it to swing from side to side a little bit more. Like, the back end will step out a tiny bit more than the XA21, but it's not like oversteer, you know. It feels really good. It's like intentional. Unfortunately, this vehicle does not have a great top speed. It's very middle of the pack in the supers category. The acceleration, on the other hand, is really good. It picks up speed super quick, especially in the city. It feels a lot faster. It's not on the level of the Torero XO or anything, but it's definitely not bad. I'm glad it has good acceleration because something has to make up for it having not such a great top speed. But is this vehicle viable for racing since it's got so many racing options? Oh, dude, that active spoiler looks so cool. I would say if you're a good driver, you can make it work. It's not horribly far off in the supers class. The supers class towards the top, from like 3rd to like 15th or something, are all pretty competitive. They're all really viable vehicles. I don't think the Furia would be a bad choice on a circuit with a lot of, you know, maybe hairpin turns or just turns in general, since it's got really good acceleration. But if you're going to be stunt racing, that's mostly, you just hold W. You just need a car that has a really high top speed. And unfortunately, the Furia is not going to be the best choice for that. It is still a little off the pace of the top 3, that being the Emirates, the Krieger, and the LM87, but it's not a slow car by any means. If you guys are looking to grab one of these, you can find it under the two-door section of Legendary Motorsport for 1.4 million while it's on sale if you have the trade price unlocked. Otherwise, it'll be 1.9 mil. And then the standard price is going to be $2,050,000 or 2.75 mil if you don't have the trade price unlocked. Is this vehicle worth your money? While it's on sale, definitely worth a cop in my opinion. It's a super high quality vehicle. You can feel it when you drive it. It's got good looking customization. It's a good looking supercar. It's got an active spoiler. This vehicle has no faults aside from it just not being in the top 3 supercars, but that's kind of like, what are you gonna do about that? The Furia is probably one of the best free mode drivers that you can own in this game. And while it's on sale, I would definitely grab it. If it's not on sale, I would still probably grab it. Money well spent, that is guaranteed. But that's gonna wrap it up for this customization. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed the video, comment down below and let me know what you thought of my build and what you think about the Furia. Sub to the channel if y'all are new. There'll be more videos like this coming out in the very near future. And thank you guys so much for 2,500 subs. That's insane. The channel's only been up for 4.5 months now. So I really appreciate every one of you that watches my videos. And it's only up from here. Take care, y'all. I'll see you in the next one. Peace!